Hey there, night traveler. Back again? Good, because tonight I've got something to show you. Not just a story, not just a myth, but a photograph. One that shouldn't exist. I'm Ghosty, your static-soaked guide to the weird, the forgotten, and the bone-deep unsettling. And this is night mode. Tonight we peer into the ocean, and the ocean stares back. Let me tell you about the SS Watertown and the ghostly faces that floated beside her. Our story begins in 1924 aboard the SS Watertown, an American oil tanker making its way through the Pacific Ocean. It was just another voyage. Routine. Calm seas. Until two crew members, James Courtney and Michael Meehan, were cleaning a cargo tank. Something went wrong, fumes built up, and both men suffocated. A tragic accident, but not unusual for a ship of its time. Maritime life was brutal. Deaths happened. Their bodies were buried at sea, as was the custom, weighted down and committed to the depths. But the Watertown didn't sail on in peace. It sailed into a haunting. A day after the burial, crew members spotted something in the water beside the ship. At first, they thought it was driftwood, or oil slicks. But as they leaned over the railing, what they saw made their blood run cold. Two faces, human faces, clear as day, floating in the waves, looking up at them, eyes open, expressionless, but undeniably, impossibly were the faces of Courtney and Meehan. The sightings didn't stop. For 6 straight days, the crew reported seeing the faces again and again. Sometimes they were close to the ship, other times further off in the wake. Always watching, never blinking, just there. The captain, skeptical but rattled, contacted his company, the city's service oil company. When the ship docked in New Orleans, they were met by investigators, among them a photographer. They asked him to go back on the next voyage and attempt to capture the faces, if they reappeared. So he did, and the SS Watertown, carrying oil and something else, set sail once more. As they neared the same stretch of ocean, the faces came back. This time, the photographer was ready. He took a series of photos over several days. Most were normal, nothing in them but water. But one frame showed two unmistakable human faces in the sea. Just as the crew had described, the photo was sent to Burns Detective Agency for analysis. No signs of tampering. No signs of double exposure. It was declared genuine, or at least unexplained. Paranormal researchers latched onto it. Skeptics tried to debunk it, but the image spread. Slowly, quietly, like fog under a locked door. And every time someone looked into those blank eyes in the water, they felt the same thing. This wasn't a trick. This wasn't a prank. It was evidence of something we don't understand. Let's talk theories. The first and most skeptical. Pareidolia, the human brain's tendency to see faces in randomness. Clouds, burn marks, water ripples. It's a quirk of the mind. But here's the catch. Dozens of crew members saw the same two faces at the same time for nearly a week, and they all agreed on the same identities. Not just a face, but those two specific men. Could every sailor on board hallucinate the same thing in sync? Possible, but unlikely. Next theory? A double exposure hoax. Maybe the photographer faked it. But if he did, he fooled professional analysts of the 1920s. And why would an oil company, not exactly into ghost stories, just go along with it? There was no profit, no book deal, just a photo and silence. Then there's the third theory, the one the ocean likes best. They never left. Maybe something held them there, a spiritual imprint, a ghostly echo. Maybe the sea was hungry, not just for bodies, but for the attention, the recognition, to be noticed, remembered. And in that tiny sliver of reality, it showed us what it was keeping. Two souls, lost to accident, but trapped in repetition. Appearing again and again, as if begging someone to say their names. Or worse, warning us. As for the SS Watertown, she kept sailing, but the faces never appeared again. The crew changed. The waters moved on. and the photo was filed away. You can still find it if you look. A grainy black and white snapshot, two blurry faces gazing from beneath the waves. Unmoving, eternal, almost forgotten. So what do you think, Night Wanderer? Hoax? Mass hysteria? Or did the ocean give us a rare, terrifying glimpse at the afterlife? I don't have the answer. I only have the static and the silence between the tides. Thanks for drifting through this one with me. If you felt a chill and it wasn't the wind, that was just ghosty. Subscribe to Night Mode for more tales the sea won't give back, the forest won't confess, and history tried to bury. I'll be here where the lights are low and the faces don't blink.